So this is our first podcast. I'm Lisa.
I'm Jeremy.
And we thought we kind of start off with a fun video, like a get to know you video.
Yeah. Yep.
So as you can see, our podcast name is The Climb. Jeremy, would you like to tell them who thought of our name and why we're podcasting?
Yeah.
It wasn't us.
Yeah. Now, a good friend. We're pretty active at church. We go to a small group or a live group at church, and our leader there, she's a good friend to us, Michael Orr, and he gave me the idea for the podcast, and so they tell us try to name a podcast like The Climb. So I really like that idea.
Yeah.
And we run with it, and so see the nice picture my wife made.
Well, this logo was designed by Michael.
Yeah.
I came up with the photo in the background.
Yeah. So I'm thankful for Michael and also his wife Lizzie.
Mm-hmm.
So very really good friends to us.
Yeah. So Jeremy, why don't you tell them a little bit about your speaking, and we'll get into that a little later. But
so like 5 years ago, I have a heart transplant, and also I suffered a stroke. So and 5 years ago, it's a long time, but now I can speak okay. But
you're doing way better than you did 5 years ago.
Yeah, after my stroke, I can't speak anything for a long time, and now I speak okay. And so sorry if I struggle with my speaking abilities. I'm getting better.
And I don't know if this is, well, there might be a transcript on this.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I guess I'll try to clear up anything too along the way if you're having trouble or whatever. So, and we'll get into a whole other story about our past, our life, his journey. And so The Climb is kind of indicative of that, of our story. And our life.
I'll go a little bit.
Climbing a mountain.
Oh yeah, like a little backdoor, a little bit of I'm a big backpacker, and I climb huge mountains. I travel around the world. I see amazing things. But I was 31, and I found out I have a heart disease. So now they save me with a mechanical heart machine put in my heart until they call me for my heart transplant. So I'm thankful I'm still here. I've overcame a lot of problems, and so I get married to her. So two and a half years ago. But
almost 3 years.
Yeah.
More months.
Yep. So I'm really excited for my life now, and decided to spend my life with my wife and our 3 boys.
Yep.
Yeah. So you have a story too.
Yeah.
Different story, but
we'll just sum it up kind of, and then we'll go into it later. But so I was married before for about 9 years, divorced, and from that marriage I have 3 boys. So so our oldest is 15, 13, and then 12.
Mm-hmm.
So 3 boys, really fun. I think they're funny kids. So yeah, you basically married a woman with 3 kids, became an instant husband and stepfather.
Yeah, it's a big change for me.
From nothing, from no kids, no marriages.
Yeah, it's different, but it's
dive right in.
Yeah, we'll get into this later. My story and her story, but give a little update a little bit.
So I kind of came up with some questions. I thought it would be fun to do. Ask each other some funny questions. So I'll ask you them, and then I'll answer them too.
All right.
So let's see. Okay, let's talk about first. Well, how old are you?
I just turned 40
He doesn't
in
look 40.
December. Yeah, thanks. I'm not feeling like 40, but I am.
It's
But
only a number. I'm 39. I am how many months younger than you?
like 10 months?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
right.
was going to say, when we first met, I thought it was 14.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to tell that story real quick because it's really funny. So you were less than a year after your transplant and stroke that we met.
Mhm.
So we go out on our first date in December sometime. It was like a couple weeks later, we were talking about how old we were. And I'm horrible with math. And I don't remember even how old we were at that time.
Maybe 36.
So I was 35.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
And then I said something like, "When's your birthday?" And you told me. And I was like, "Oh, I'm 14 months younger than you." And you like looked at me like I was stupid. And you're like, "No, you're 10 months."
Yeah.
It's like, "No, I'm 14. My birthday's October. His is December." So I was thinking like a year and a couple months older than you.
Yeah.
And then you just kind of like left it at that and didn't argue with me. And it wasn't till later that night I go home and I'm laying in bed and I woke up and I was like, "Oh my God, I am 10 months younger than him." And then I felt stupid. I don't remember if I texted you.
Maybe.
And I was like, "Hey, you're right. I just realized it's like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right. So you're 40 and I'm 39. Okay. So where do we live and why? Well, why do you like it? We'll go there first.
Yeah. We're living in North Idaho, in Falls, Idaho, by
I'm just kidding.
by Colleen, and so we love inland Northwest. It's
so pretty.
It's a mountains over here, beautiful lakes, clear streams. We have every season here, but it's beautiful. We have a lot of room to explore in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
So I just love the state.
So I actually have lived here for almost 16 years, or maybe at least 16 years. And then when we got married, you moved here.
Mm-hmm.
So now you're an official resident of Idaho.
Yeah, I am. Mm-hmm.
And you used to live in Washington.
Yeah, it's like 20 minutes away.
Yeah. We're like right at the border.
Yeah.
Which is nice. Yeah, so why I love Idaho. Same thing. Lakes, trees, mountains, fresh air, all 4 seasons. Yeah, the winters can be kind of long here, but we have really great summers. And lakes just like 10 minutes away.
Yeah.
Everyone's at the lake at the summertime. Coeur d'Alene's a nice resort town. Lots of people. I don't know, just there's always something to do. Hiking, biking, swimming, fishing, camping, snowboarding, everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Love the water over here too.
The water?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And there's, in this house that we're in, there is the lake, the Spokane River right behind us. And I just realized last summer that we could go float the river. Mm-hmm. And that was really fun. Except there's no current in some parts. Yeah, and we sit there. And sometimes we're floating backwards. So this year, with our inner tubes, I think we're going to get some paddles. But that's a fun little trip. All right. I already mentioned this, but how many kids do we have?
We have 3.
3 boys.
Yeah, 3 boys.
Do we have any kids together?
No.
Did you ever want kids?
I'm not sure. I have a lot of nieces and nephews, and I love each one. But I just have no desire of a kid. My own blood kids. Mm-hmm. For me, I don't know. But I love being a stepdad. And
well, I would hope so.
Yeah. Yeah.
I always wanted kids. I knew I always wanted to be a young mom. And that was just something I always looked forward to. But when we did get married, we did talk about the option of having kids. So I was like 36, 37 at the time. Mm-hmm. So I said, if you want kids, let's have it try in the first year of our marriage, because I don't want to be old and pregnant.
Yeah. Yeah.
No offense to anybody out there that's older than me and pregnant, and just we like to do so much like outdoors and be able to have the freedom to. So I think with the kids being older, we already have that freedom. So when they're out of the house, we won't be having young kids.
Love doing things outside. Live in the around here in this area, you cannot enjoy doing outside things.
Yeah.
It's like love.
There's always something to do.
Yeah.
Even I think in winter, I mean, most people say it can get pretty like boring here, but we have trampoline parks. There's still like indoor fun stuff to do.
Yeah.
Theme parks and stuff.
Yeah.
Which leads me to my next question. What do we like to do for fun together as a couple?
For me, like before I met her and after I met her, I love to travel around here, and on our honeymoon we go to Belize, and I love go to different countries, and but around here we like do camp, try to hike, go to the beach, and sport around here.
Anything outdoors, pretty much.
Yep. So
is that your answer? Also, I think the older we get, though, like I don't mind staying in. Instead of going out at night, I don't know. It's fun to go on like date nights and stuff, but I enjoy being in our pajamas like we are now, which you can't see, but we are. Yeah, just staying inside watching movies, but obviously getting out and doing lots of activities, staying active. I think the coffee's kicking in because my leg is shaking. Okay, Jeremy, are you an introvert or an extrovert?
Introvert. Yeah, like being by myself, and I like that. But
yay for me.
Yeah, but I do anything I want, but not
pretty good on your own.
Yeah, so I'm not seeking hang out with other people like a lot. So I like hang out with other people, but sometimes I really enjoy time by myself.
You enjoy your time by yourself a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, but as far as like your personality, what would you say?
I'm
introverted
too, but I can. It's hard for me for my speaking ability, but I can talk. I like introduce myself to other people around me, and I carry conversation on. But
yeah, you're pretty chill.
Yeah, I'm pretty chill, quiet. And yeah, I can listen a lot, but I chime in too. But
yeah, no, your whole family's pretty quiet. I think you guys just really like chill people. It's what?
What about you?
Oh.
Are you an introvert or extrovert?
What do you think?
Introvert.
I'm like both. It depends. Okay, I feel like it depends on who I'm around. So, I don't know. When we're together, sometimes we can both just be really chill and enjoy that. Like, just be quiet, have a mellow day.
Yeah.
There are other times where I'm like, probably annoy you a lot. And I like try to tickle you and poke at you and stuff. But I was a really shy kid.
Me too.
But I was silly too.
Yeah.
Like always being a goof, and I think I'm still like that. My kids.
Yeah, you're still like that. Huh?
Yeah. So, but I think it really does depend on the people that I'm around. I wouldn't normally go, like, I wouldn't consider myself super outgoing. I'm not like a bubbly person. I don't have like a loud personality. I'm pretty chill, but you know, I have a twisted sense of humor, like a sarcastic sense of humor.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question. What is the most daring thing you've done?
Me?
There's a lot, but just try to pick your best one.
I like doing things, daring things a lot when I was single. Most daring thing I do.
I think it's getting married and having 3 stepkids.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's pretty bold.
But yeah.
Kidding. Okay.
But one time I traveled to Spain, and in July, the festival there every July, and me and my buddy Eric, we run with the bulls in Spain, and in Pamplona, Spain, they have a one. I don't know how many mornings they do, but gather in the streets, and like 8 a.m. they let the bulls out.
8 a.m. That's how early you had to do that?
Well, we show up for like 6 a.m.
Dang.
and early day, but they walk off the streets for long ways until the end in the arena, and a lot of people walk in the streets, and when the bulls run, we run with them.
Do you have to like sign up for that, or is it just
No,
free
you
for all?
show up. The ambulance and the police are on standby. It's like every year some people get hurt, but it's pretty fun and it's pretty daring.
Have you ever do you think people just accidentally happen to be in that spot and be like, "What's going on?" And then all of a sudden, there's
maybe, but
bulls?
yeah, but yeah, like you run with bulls and you're thinking your survival.
How old are you?
Maybe like 27. Yeah, maybe 7 or 28. Yeah.
And you didn't tell your parents?
No. I'll tell them after I come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was their answer or reaction?
Jimmy. Yeah, but I have a good parents.
That's funny because you are pretty introverted, chill, but I didn't know you back then either. However, the things you do seem very extroverted.
Yeah.
So.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But yeah, okay. Great experience, but a little scary. What about you, Lisa? What's your most daring things you do?
I don't like it when you call me by my first name. The most daring thing I've done. Let me think. Well,
you got skydiving, right?
No, bungee jumping.
Oh yeah.
One time.
Never doing that. Never.
Yeah, you said you'd rather skydive than bungee jump.
Yeah.
I'd rather bungee jump than skydive.
And you did bungee jump.
Yeah, because I was 20.
Yeah.
20, not married, no kids.
Yeah.
I went with my friend Kayla over to Tacoma, and she knew some friends that I think they were one of them was an owner of the bungee jumping company or whatever. Went to a bridge. It was over a little tiny creek, 200 feet up. And it wasn't an ankle harness. I don't think I could bungee jump with that. I wouldn't trust that. But it was just a waist harness, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Walked up to the platform and they said, put your arms out like this, like you're flying like a bird, and just dive.
Oh, yeah.
And counted to 3, and I just went for it. And what's weird is at that point, you're basically, it's that's what it would feel like to jump off a bridge. Which is really morbid, but
yeah.
Until the rope catches you or the bungee, and then it springs you back up. And that is probably the scarier part, as you fly behind the bridge and then back up. And also, when I was down at the bottom, I was supposed to unhook some harness and clip it onto something else. And I feel like my carabiner was locked all the way, and it made a clicking sound as they're hoisting me up. And I was like, oh my gosh, I don't think I did that right. And I felt like I was going to fall, and it was really scary. But as soon as I got back to the top, they're like, okay, I got up on the little platform, and the guy's like, now backwards, and pushes me off.
Oh.
And I probably said some bad words on the way down. But my legs were shaking the rest of the day. We all went out to eat some food, and I was just so scared. I had the video. Kayla took a video of me on my old old camera.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know where that video is. I don't have the camera or anything, but
oh wow, jeez,
that was fun. So you'd rather skydive? We need to do that. I don't know if I would. I mean, probably, but
let's do it together. Well, nervous too.
Yeah. But I think I would be nervous to skydive because I'm not afraid of heights like that. It's I guess, the unknown, and also the feeling of like can't not being able to breathe, or like the wind being knocked out of you. I feel like that's what it would feel like. And I don't like that. Anyway, we'll see.
Yep.
Okay, I have a funny question. Well, I know you're going to chime in on this too when it comes to my turn, but how many speeding tickets have you had? Let's talk about that.
I think speeding tickets, I think 4. Yeah. Yeah, 4 speed tickets. One time I get a speed ticket, and next week I rode my motorcycle, and the cop pulled me over again. They told me I was speeding. I don't know what the speed limit there, but
Where were you?
In by Seattle.
Oh,
It's like I don't know. It's 2 tickets within like 2 weeks.
that sucks.
Yeah, I'm good for pretty good now, but
Yeah, I don't think you've gotten a speeding ticket since
no, like
we've been
20s,
together.
the 20s. Yeah, I love speed.
It's probably when most people get their tickets.
Yeah.
Would you like to ask me the same question?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
What's the question?
How many speed tickets you have?
0.
Yeah.
How many times have I been pulled over? Probably like, I don't know, maybe 6.
Wow.
Never had a speeding ticket.
Wow. Yeah.
So Jeremy says, what do you want to happen to me, Jeremy?
I want to be in the car when you're driving, when a cop pull you over and give you a ticket.
And if he pulls me over, you're going to tell him, hey, she's never had a speeding ticket. You should give her one.
Yeah, it's. I want to do that, but I want to do that.
That'd actually be really funny.
Yeah. Not pay the speed ticket, but
yeah,
you have one is good.
Well, I got my cruise control too, so the only reason I would probably ever get a speeding ticket is if I was somewhere and I didn't know the speed limit. But I'm a pretty safe driver. Okay, this is a weird question. What's your favorite smell? And I think it might be the same as mine.
Smell?
Smell.
It's weird, but I like
Your farts?
No.
We're not cutting that out of the video.
Fresh cotton socks. The smell of those, it's really weird smell, but I like it.
No, fresh socks smells good. Where was I just the other day with Ezekiel? I think we were walking through Walmart or something, and he could smell like, it was like all the shoes, the shoe aisle. And he's like, I love the smell of new shoes. And I was like, yeah, and like socks during school time when you went school shopping, a pair of fresh socks. Fresh socks, though, really, out of every smell?
I think it's better if they're in a bag.
Mm-hmm.
Bag. Oh,
so if we're out shopping and I can't find you, you're probably in the sock aisle.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think the smell.
Mine is probably campfire. That's what I thought you were gonna say.
Oh yeah, well, I love that smell too.
It's the best, especially on like maybe like a cold day.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Cold time.
Campfire. Also, this is another weird smell that I like. Well, that wasn't weird, but the smell of like summer, like the plastic beach balls or the blow up.
Oh,
like tubes, inflatable tubes, or sunscreen, anything that reminds me of summer. So yeah, I don't have this question here, but your favorite season?
Summer. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We both really like summer. Oh.
Yeah, like last year, 2 years ago. We're taking a long camping trip across the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
We see a lot of national parks. It's a great time, but good.
But not fun summer in the South.
Yeah, it's hot.
Humid for me.
Yeah, but yeah.
Because you're there in like end of June, mid-July, and you're sweating at every crack you have.
Yeah, it's hot.
Well, then when we were in Florida and with Bella went to that fort in St. Augustine.
Mm-hmm.
We were there for I don't know how long, and everyone was just dripping sweat.
Yeah.
We went to go get ice cream, and the shop didn't open. We had to like walk around.
Yeah.
She's pregnant.
Yeah.
It was like due the next week, actually. Took her kid the next week.
Something
but
fun, really fun to go to Florida in summertime.
We just wanted to go to the beach or the ocean.
Yeah, we did.
Mm-hmm.
Good time swimming in the waves.
We were there for like 5 hours one day.
Yeah.
The kids were just like, we did not want to leave.
Yeah.
And almost considered moving to Florida.
Yeah, almost. Yeah.
But with it being the flattest state, no. It's like,
yeah,
ocean's great, but I need my mountains and my trees.
Mm-hmm.
I moved away one time down southern Idaho. It was like an ugly desert. I didn't like it. Mm-hmm. Okay. So I did favorite smell. What movie could you watch over and over? And after you answer that too, or now, what's your favorite genre of movies?
Well, I guess I should answer now. Action.
And then what? Sci-fi?
Like I can't say the word right. Gladiator.
Gladiator? Yeah. Oh, is your favorite movie?
Yeah, or the first Batman with Christian Bale. I really like the movie. Or like I'm a big fan of Superman, so I like Man of Steel. But
I remember going over to your apartment. You're like, "You want to watch Man of Steel?" I'm like, "Sure."
Yeah, but I like my superheroes.
Or you had like Smallville on when I'd come over. I watch Smallville. I'm like, what is with you?
Yeah.
You're funny.
What about you?
My favorite genre of movies is comedy first, and then I like rom-coms. Actions are good too. Also, I don't know, sci-fi is my least favorite. Aliens or the zombies, just it's not real. It's not like my thing. I like some suspenseful movies too. I like everything.
What's your favorite movie you want to watch?
Oh yeah, over and over. You know this one. It's my favorite movie. Hear me. Dumb and Dumber.
Oh.
It's the best movie ever.
Yeah.
I remember one time I was giving the boys a haircut. Do you remember? Like the first time I do not cut hair, and I was cutting Ezekiel's hair, and I got it wet, and I'm cutting it, and then when it dried, I said he looked like Floyd Christmas because his bangs were like straight across. I was like, oh, why don't we like gel that up a bit for school? Poor kid. He's like, Mom, you should cut hair for a living. I was like, no, I shouldn't.
Yeah.
Oh, poor boys. At least I didn't have daughters. That could have been bad.
Yeah.
Okay, I have like a pretty intense question. I saw this one on Google, and I honestly haven't figured out how to answer it yet. But I think I know what yours would be. If you had to lose your hands or your feet, which would you choose?
My hands.
I knew you'd say that. Why?
Like, I love like walking or try to hike. Like to move around like without legs. I'm stuck with it in a wheelchair. Like I love my hands, but if I have a choice,
I
lead with my hands. What about you?
I don't know. Same thing. I wouldn't want to be like bound to a wheelchair if I could help it. Because I like to run. I like to hike. But I also like to draw.
Maybe
I could draw with my feet.
Yeah, some people do that.
Yep.
Yeah. We're pretty good with our feet too.
Yeah,
she's really
hands. Jeremy, let's start.
I want to say one thing about you. She's an amazing artist. She draw with pencil, real life, with pictures, but like the drawing look like almost like a real picture.
Yeah.
It's like
realistic drawings of faces.
She's a really good artist. So, you wanna?
No, I'm not taking commissions.
All right, she has before, but yeah. But yeah,
so that's why I don't know. Like, I'd have to say hands. But I think that really make me sad. I'm moving on. I don't like that question. Name all the states you've lived in.
I can do a whole long one.
What?
It's a lot of states. And
Okay, you were born in
Walla, Washington.
Walla Walla, Washington.
There, Idaho, Oregon, Maine, Connecticut.
Connecticut.
Yeah. And some parts, I mean, maybe in Massachusetts, but I think that's it. Also Hawaii too.
Oh yeah.
I think that's it for me.
Only states I've lived in are Washington, born and raised, and then 16 years ago moved to Idaho, and I love it out here.
Yep.
All right. Where do you want to go to the most?
Something internationally.
Australia.
Yeah, I think that's it. Australia. Also, I'm a dive master with scuba, and I want to dive in the Great
Barrier Reef.
Reef, yeah. And also, you can dive with great white sharks over there too, and I want to dive there. But
Ooh, that sounds fun.
well, it sounds fun for me.
Yeah.
But it's if a choice, I want to go there or to Asia too. Never been to Asia, but Africa, South America, Europe, and Middle East.
Are all the places you've been to?
Yeah, been to, but not Asia, not Australia. Not yet.
Australia would be really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been too many places. I've never even been to Mexico.
Well, go with me.
Yeah. Been to Canada more times than I've been anywhere else, which is funny.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you've been there too. You didn't say that.
Yeah, I've been to 16 countries so far. I think so, or 15. I think counted again. But it's around the world. I love traveling a lot, but my heart stuff, my medical issues, slow me down.
Confined to the state.
Yeah.
On your meds and whatnot.
I can go travel, but not like what was to in the past. But
all right, what did I say? All the states you've lived in, we talked about that. Oh, real quick, when you were talking about sharks, that doesn't scare you. And I was talking to my boss about snorkeling, as I've never. Is it scuba dived? Is that how you say it?
You're scuba dived. Or scuba dived. Yeah.
Scuba dived. I've never scuba dived. But I did the snorkeling on our honeymoon. And
I go scuba diving. She snorkeled.
And I was kind of nervous because I don't think I'd done that. Maybe a couple days before our excursion we did at Secret Beach, you let me put your mask on.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that? In the really shallow water. And I looked under. I was like, oh, this is really cool.
Yeah, it is.
And I don't know why, too, jumping in the water. So we had to wear our masks and wear our life jackets around our waist.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of up here. And I felt like such a nerd. But when we all jumped in, I don't know why I thought the water was going to be cold. And I was like, oh, it's like a bath.
Yeah, bath water. Yeah. Really warm water.
Pacific, the water over here on the West Coast is really cold. Well, unless you get...
Well, in Hawaii, it's pretty warm, too.
Yeah.
They go down south.
But on our coast, Washington, Oregon coast, it's cold. But anyway, but I was telling my boss, he said something about being scared to snorkel because of sharks and stuff. I was like, I don't know why that didn't faze me.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. And I saw a shark too. When you guys at the third place.
Saw a lot of sharks.
You guys were below us and you were swimming.
Yeah,
with the sharks.
Yeah, I dive in the Blue Hole in Belize. Like a big tourist destination.
Yeah.
Scuba diving, and it's amazing. But I see a lot of sharks there, and we go to 3 or more day dives after that.
3 dives total.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place.
But yeah, it was so cool. And I really want to take the boys somewhere.
Yeah.
They would love that. They're all like water babies. They would enjoy it.
I want to take them to school time with me.
Isaiah and Ezekiel really want to do it.
Yeah. I want to take them.
That'd be cool.
Yep.
Okay. A movie that you've watched that no one's probably heard of.
No.
There was one that I remember asking you if you've watched this movie. And I was like, oh, I bet he hasn't seen this. And it was one that you've seen. It was The Buttercream King.
Yeah.
Remember that?
When I was young, yeah. It's a family movie a long time ago.
Yeah.
I love that movie. It's
a good
watched when I was like 10, 11. Man. And I'm so surprised you watched that too.
I don't know anybody else that's seen that.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of weird ones. I don't know where my parents got them.
Yeah, like focus on the family.
Oh yeah.
Butcher pictures. But
You like order out of a paper, like a magazine or something, and it'd come in the mail.
Yeah.
So I have a bunch of movies like that, like where the red fern grows. You saw that one?
Yeah.
But about little heroes.
I think so.
It's about the girl and her dog.
Yeah.
Her dog Fuzz. My sisters know what I'm talking about. And the No-Mobile. I think that's a Walt Disney movie, actually. Have you seen that one? It's with the same kids that are from Mary Poppins. They're like in a lot of movies.
Oh yeah, it's an old movie.
Yeah. Okay, anyway, so I totally interrupted you. What's a movie you've seen that no one's probably heard of?
I watched a lot of movies, but also
the one you made us watch in the camper.
Which one was that?
Somewhat movie that your parents used to watch and you borrowed it.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's like 5 Mile Creek.
Oh yeah, never heard of it.
Yeah, it's a series. Like they make it like in the 80s, the late 80s. When I was young, my family watched it, all the series. We just love that. It's pretty clean film, so we just love that. And I make my family watch with me too. And it's like, okay, I just love them.
Yeah,
it's a pretty good show. It brings past memories up, good memories.
Yeah, at first I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, what happened to Ma?
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever they called him.
So what about you?
That was like all the ones I listed.
Oh yeah.
Or there was one movie called Split Infinity.
Oh, I think I watched that one too. Yeah. Yeah.
With that girl, she's like in the barn and she falls off the hay bale, like from the loft, and then she wakes up and she's like goes back in time or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Rigoletto. Have you seen that one? Rigoletto? I don't know if I'm saying it right.
Also,
sisters listen to this, they'll know what I mean. What?
After my stroke, it affects my memory. It's like my memory is not good now. Like after my stroke, I can't remember my password of my phone or my computer. It's like I don't know that. I know it, but or after my stroke, I can't remember that. So some memories I can't remember that too well. So sorry if I can't remember that my questions were.
At least you can remember my name.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. If you could wear one color, don't answer this yet, for the rest of your life, what would it be? And let's say our answer at the same time because I think it's the same color.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Black. Yep, I knew it. Mm-hmm. See, as I'm wearing black.
Yep. Black. I like blue and green, but yeah, love black.
I think a lot of women I know are color. Like our wardrobe is blacks, blues, grays. And yeah, that like military green, what you're wearing. I like that too. Okay, what was your favorite game to play as a child? It can be a board game or just anything you play with your sibling.
Maybe like Phase 10 or Uno, some cards, but
card games mostly.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like a game of life.
Oh.
It's an older game for Monopoly.
Monopoly.
Yeah.
think we had Life, but I don't ever remember playing it. Mine would be probably Candyland as like a little kid, Candyland or Trouble.
Yeah.
Oh, Battleship. Guess Who.
Oh.
That was fun. But then, okay, what about a game that's like that you'd play with your friends, maybe, or something?
I think it's a card game.
Oh,
Cards.
cards.
Yeah.
Like me and my sisters, we play Capture the Flag in our backyard, or oh yeah, like hide and seek and stuff. I miss the good old days.
Yeah.
Playing outside.
Yep.
I think the only thing that I did inside was like play Legos or draw or color. We didn't have like what we got a Nintendo when I was, I don't know, 10. I don't even know when it came out, but
Yeah.
that was like our one big Christmas gift.
Yeah.
But we were outside a lot.
For me, almost all the time, I play outside, like with my army men, or in the woods. First, I love camo. I wear my camo in the woods, and like.
Oh yeah, what kind of games would you play with your friends in the woods, Jeffrey?
My friend Brian was like when I was a kid. I'm still friends with him now. We play like we have a lot of camo on, and we hide, and the other person trying to find us with the camo. It's sometimes hard to find them or me, but sometimes you see them easily. But
such an innocent little game.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you said army men, I thought of, we used to go down to the drugstore and they had the little parachute men. Do you remember those little plastic men? And he had the parachute wrapped around him.
Yeah, I have one like that.
Oh, so I used to have like this plane, this big white plastic plane, and you could like open the side of it. Had seats in there, and I'd put my little men in there, and then I'd take it down to the culvert. So there's a culvert that ran under the road, and there was like a dip that went down into the golf course. And I'd take my plane, and I'd just play by myself, and I'd like throw my men out, their parachutes down, and I'd go get them.
Yeah.
Like you really learned to like entertain yourself when you were a kid, even though we did have a lot of siblings to play with. Well, you did.
Well, you do. But,
yeah.
But yeah, not now. Now I'm a lot of kids are consumed with like video games or on their screen time, but it's fine. But
the world is different now.
Yeah, but
but still.
Yeah, we try to encourage the boys to play outside, and we'd take them camping a lot. Some like youngest boy, Ezekiel, goes hunting with me.
Yeah. He really liked that.
Yeah. So we're trying to encourage them to do things outside.
Well, it's like they complain about doing them, but then once we're out doing them, they're having fun.
Yeah,
so it's like just getting them out of the house.
Yeah.
Basically. Oh, I have a question here I didn't ask you. What is your biggest pet peeve?
Well, I know one thing. One, if you take a shower, hang your towel up. Like, hang out to dry. Not put on the floor, on the bed, or the couch.
Sounds like a recent issue you must have had.
Yeah, a lot. So every time I see a wet towel on the ground or on the bed or the couch, hold my tongue and I pick it up and hang up.
Well, I think a lot of it too is when the boys get out, like Isaiah and Ezekiel, like mostly take baths, and when they get out and dry off, they just drop it on the floor.
Yeah,
the hanger's a little high for them.
Yeah, I tell them about that. They're getting better.
Yeah,
and you too.
Corbin's fine. Me too. I don't throw my towel on the floor.
On the bed.
I set it there to get dressed, and I forget to pick it up.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Hey, well, you know my pet peeve is?
What?
People eating bananas in my presence.
Bananas, yeah.
Or people drinking their cereal milk. That is disgusting.
Yeah.
I remember my dad, gosh, we'd finish cereal and he'd be like, drink your milk. I'm like, I can't. That's disgusting. But he didn't want anything wasted. So I would just add more cereal and try to eat that with, like, finish the milk with more cereal. Another pet peeve. I have a lot. My biggest one, probably in regards to you, is when I go out to the kitchen and you have every cupboard open and the dishwasher open, but you've already pulled what you need out of the dishwasher, but then you just don't close it. You leave it open. Or you get your spices out of the cupboard and you just leave. There's like 3 doors open. One day I almost wanted to take a picture of the chaos and text you.
Not chaos with me. Like, you run into the dishwasher.
Yeah, because you had it open. Close it.
Yeah.
That goes along with my other pet peeve of doors being open or cupboard, like your dresser drawers not being shut all the way, or the curtains not being like closed all the way. You can like see through them.
Or they close it, not shut all the way.
Yeah.
Close the door.
Closet, or like shirt sticking out of the closet.
Yeah.
That not always you. Sometimes it's me too, but that's my pet peeve. Among many other things, slow walking people.
Yeah.
People walking on the wrong side of the path, on the right side, and you're walking on the right side, and they're walking on the left.
Yeah, I'm glad you walk like me. If I want to walk somewhere, I'll walk to get there. And some people, they walk right regular and like
I
slow.
walk fast.
Why do you do that? Like, try to walk fast. Like, I want to get there.
Yeah.
And you too. So we're walking together. But
every time I hang out with my mom, and we'll be at the mall or something, she's like, "Do you always walk this fast?"
Yeah.
Because her legs are like shorter. And I'm like, yeah, I do. I don't mean to, but I just do. I'm an impatient person. There was something else that I saw here that I was going to ask you. Oh yeah, what was your childhood like? This is one thing that I think we bonded over too. Like similar childhoods. Let's talk about your family.
Yeah. I have a great family. I'm the oldest one of 6 kids.
Remember I asked you if you were Mormon when I first met you, and you told me that?
I did.
I asked you that.
Oh, no.
I said, are you Mormon?
No. My dad is a pastor, a Christian pastor. And my mom is, she's a pastor wife, and she's a pastor too. But she do other things too. But they're raised up a good Christian home, a pretty conservative home. We travel around. We're from here, Northwest, in Washington State, but we moved to East Coast for started church over there, and in New England, and we spent like 10 years there, and I loved that time. Like, I moved over there when I was like 5 or 3, and we come back when I was 15 or 14. But we spent like 10 years in Connecticut and Maine. A good time over there. It's different East Coast for the West Coast. But great Americans, and good. I really like my childhood.
Were your parents strict?
Yeah, very very strict. But they're loving too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very close to my dad, my mom, my family, and just really love my family.
Mm-hmm. I grew up the same way, conservative household. My parents got saved when I was like maybe 3rd grade. We always went to church growing up with my dad's parents. But yeah, not saved until later. And I am the 2nd oldest out of 4 girls.
Yep.
So 3 sisters. And yeah, my childhood was pretty conservative too. My parents were pretty strict growing up, but they were also learning about like the Christian lifestyle, and so it's just like a learning process for everybody. But yeah, when we talked about our childhood when we met, I'm like, So if your parents were strict and mine were strict, I'm like, was the word butt a bad word? And you said, yeah, you weren't allowed to say butt. You had to say bottom.
Bottom, yeah.
Or you can't say fart, but I too did.
Yeah, dude.
I was like,
Yeah.
oh man, we were meant to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, my parents, I grew up in a very small town of like 1,800 people, a graduating class of 30 kids.
Mhm.
So I knew everyone from kindergarten to 12th grade. I mean, that's all I knew, the small town. So I loved it. Sports were a big thing. So I played sports all my life. Huge in the small town. And, yeah, no, most of my family kind of lived close by too. My grandmas and grandpas and my aunts and uncles, cousins I grew up with. 5 of my cousins all going to the same school. A good childhood. Like, yeah, we talked about not having a ton of money growing up. So our vacations were like going to the coast or going to Seattle, the zoo, or
camping trips in the tent.
Yeah, see, I asked my mom, I was like, we never really went camping. We had a tent and we'd put that up in our backyard.
Well,
But as a family, we never camped, which is weird because we spent every summer at the lake, though. My grandma had a trailer on the lake. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah, stay in that, yeah.
Yeah.
My family, we
campfires.
We can't, about a lake too, for maybe 2 or 3 days, but not too often. I'm a big outdoors man, like, but I'm the biggest outdoors in my family. But yeah, it's not grow up with that when I was one child.
Yeah. But overall, like a pretty fun childhood.
Yeah.
Like, I would say my childhood was awesome. And my parents still live in the house that I grew up in, which I like because it's fun to go back and take my kids there and let them. And I asked Isaiah today, I'm like, are you excited to go to Grandma and Grandpa's on Saturday? And he's like, yeah. And I said, what do you like about the house? And he's like, it's just really cozy. He's like, and you just feel like you're home. He really likes it there.
Yeah.
It's just fun for me to see them have the same experience I did. But yeah, so I don't know, we bonded over that a lot.
Yeah.
Grew up, like our past and our childhood, I think has a lot to do with our thinking, the way we raised the boys, and our life now. So that's pretty much all the questions. Or you want to talk about one funny thing that's happened to you, or most embarrassing, whatever's easiest to answer. I had to think of that too.
I'm not sure the answer yet.
Can I go?
Yeah, sure.
Oh gosh. Okay, well, this is also probably the funniest thing that's happened to me and the most embarrassing at the same time. You already know that I had a bowl cut. That was a kid.
Yeah.
I was a major tomboy. I don't know why I wanted to look like a boy, but I did. And I was looking back at pictures, and even when I was probably like 4 or 5, my hair was short, but my mom curled it. Yeah. So I was like, I didn't choose that haircut. Yeah. But I remember her taking us to like Fantastic Sam's. Does that sound familiar to you?
Yeah.
I was like, that was the place, I think, to get your haircut. And she'd open the book and say, which hairstyle do you like? And I saw like some girl with a short hair. I'm like, I want that one. And I don't know what my obsession was, but anyway, I had a bowl cut. And so I was mistaken for a boy. I mean, everyone at school knew who I was, but when I go out in public or play in Hoop Fest, and so we had like an all-girls team, and somebody was like, I didn't know this was a co-ed team. And I was like, how do I prove to you that I'm a girl? I'm like 8.
Oh, yeah.
It's not like I have anything to show them.
Yeah.
Girl. But anyway, so the funniest thing was in 4th grade, my mom pulled me out of school, had to get my hair cut, and there was like a male hairdresser that would cut my hair. And I'd always like, shave it up really close on the sides. And she'd be like, make her look like a girl. So he ends up like curling my hair so poofy. I was so embarrassed. So it's like a bowl cut with like fluff. And I get back to school and I immediately go straight to the girls' bathroom. I'm like wetting my hair down. It's so fluffy. I was like, this sucks. I walk into my classroom. I was 4th grade. And we had this one exchange student. Actually, no, he was an exchange student, but his name is Vladimir. He had moved here from like Russia. And he starts laughing at me. You know the story. And I was like, what's so funny? And he's like, you look like you got electrocuted. And I started crying. And so I'm crying. And my 4th grade teacher, Mr. Martin, he's like, I don't know if I went up to him, but he's like, what's wrong? Why are you crying? I was like, Vladimir says it looks like I got electrocuted. Oh. And the look on his face, like tight-lipped, like really trying not to laugh.
Yeah.
So embarrassing, but also really funny now that I think about it. It was my choice, though, I guess.
Yep. You have a real bowl cut.
Yes, I do. Yeah. Yeah, my kids give me so much crap for it.
They should.
They're like, hey, Mom, remember when you were a little boy?
Yeah.
Had to see kill. Ugh. But, all right, well, do you have any other things you want to talk about?
Well, I can answer that question too.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Nothing
most embarrassing.
Just recently, but I remember time was before my after college. I was running around town from a run, and I stopped at a public bathroom, and the 2 bathrooms for men's and women's. Mm-hmm. So I go in the bathroom, and I go in the stall the stall, and I go pee, and I come out, I wash my hands, and I see like some girl walking in the bathroom, in my bathroom. Like, what is she coming here for? So I wash my hands, and I left. I walk out the door, and I see like 3 ladies waiting for me to come out.
Oh man!
So I go to girls' bathrooms. I thought it was the guys, but I was wrong. And I hold my head down, like, oh, sorry.
Did they say anything to you?
What?
Did they say anything to you?
Like, no, like maybe you're talking again
amongst themselves,
but like, really, really embarrassed.
It's funny.
Really embarrassed.
That happened like in Spain or something.
No,
like maybe you didn't know.
Yeah, it's here in the U.S.
That's worse.
Yeah, but yeah.
That is funny. Well,
I want to wrap this up, or
yeah, we'll wrap it up. So, the whole point of doing this podcast actually is to inspire and encourage others. So we're going to kind of talk about his struggles probably in the next episode, do a full episode on that, your heart transplant, your stroke, everything you went through. And then I'll do a little bit on my backstory. And then I want to do another episode on like our testimony, like how we got together and all that stuff. We'll go from there. So just wanted to start with something fun.
Yeah, the first episode we'll talk about something fun and
get to know us.
Yeah. So hopefully we encourage you with our testimonies and bring hope and yeah.
And if you guys also, we're going to try to upload this to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and obviously you're probably watching this on YouTube. So
yeah, you can try to subscribe and like the video.
Yeah, that would help.
Yep. Yeah.
I think that's about it.
Yeah. Well, thanks for listening to us.
Yeah. Hope you guys had fun. Learned some new things about us.
Yeah.
For those who already knew us, but
yeah.
And I guess we'll see you in our next video. Bye.